From the ancient Greece, where citizens gather in pantheons to discuss matters of the state, to the African setting, where socio-political or religious leaders gathered as subjects or citizens in places, and later town halls to deliberate on matters that affect everyone. Dialogue has been key to the growth and progress of any type of government. Talking about democracy as a type of government, many centuries have passed since the former American president, Abraham Lincoln, defined it as the government of the people, by the people and for the people. Thus, it goes without saying that democracy is all about the people. That is why any responsible and responsive government must not only prioritize the welfare and well-being of the people, it must also communicate effectively and regularly interface with them. This is the essence of the regular town hall meeting series instituted by Governor Akiumi Ambode's administration to render an account of stewardship on a quarterly basis. As a man who believes that leaders must be active listeners and accountable when it comes to governance, he has kept faith with the organization of this meeting, which has reached the 12th in series and the 3rd in year 2018. In the second quarter, the infrastructural development drive of Governor Akiumi Ambode's administration recorded significant milestones. This is especially true of Oshodi Transport Interchange, with the crossing of the supporting structure for the skywalk to link two terminal buildings together. When it becomes operational, Oshodi Transport Interchange will process at least 1 million passengers daily. Also, majority of the massive bus stops being constructed are already being completed, while several others are also at various stages of completion. Lagos State Government also took delivery of the first batch of the ultra-modern high-capacity buses, as the state is leaving no stone unturned at ensuring that numerous other ongoing projects are completed right on time. With this, the state government is poised to keep faith with its vision to redefine public transportation in the state. It is therefore working together the acceleration of rapid development that will bring a befitting public passenger transport that is sustainable, safe, and reliable to the people. Still on infrastructural renewal, Governor Ambode on July 5, 2018, gave out the sum of 500 million naira as grant to 275 community development associations, CDAs, to enable them complete many of the self-help projects they are currently executing. The self-help projects, which include transformers, police posts, health centers, drainages, street light installations, and others, are complementing the efforts of the state government to fast-track development at all levels across the nooks and crannies of the state. Some of the communities that benefited from the grant included Olera CDA Ojokoro, Anifowoshe CDA Ikeja, Onibaba CDA Ajeromi Ifelodun, Ogo Itan Phase 1 CDA Ekpe, Ifelodun Surulere CDA Olorunda, Ofiran Phase 1 CDA Ibejuleki, Equitable Estate CDA Igbogbobayeku, Anuoluwapo CDA Ojota, and others.
Today's occasion is historic, and let me emphasize that it's going to be a continuous exercise. Other deserving community development associations will also be considered in the next phase, and we think we should do this at the next community day in December. The message remains the same. We are committed to good governance and inclusive leadership. We know your efforts remain selfless to all your communities, but we remain your partners in governance, and we will always support you. Let me use this opportunity to appeal to all our people to take responsibility for the protection of all the various amenities provided to make our communities more livable. These amenities belong to all of you. It doesn't belong to government, because their provision was made possible by the taxes that you paid. Let us therefore protect them against vandalization and all acts that will result in the reduction of the facilities' lifespan.
Moreover, this initiative is driven by the belief in an all-inclusive governance that spreads development across the length and breadth of the state. By developing a sense of ownership, the people will protect the community projects and ensure that they are not vandalized or destroyed. Strengthening the provision of security remains a top priority of this administration. Within the quarter, the administration commissioned 20 Toyota Hilux vehicles to boost Operation Awase at Naval Command, Apapa. Such intervention as this has enabled the government to sustain the impressive security situation in the state. In line with the established tradition of honoring outstanding individuals whose actions have helped to define the spirit and fortune of Lagos over the years, Governor Kiyomi Ambode rebuilt and unveiled the 44-feet statue of the late legal luminary, Chief Gani Fawehinmi, at the Liberty Park, Ojota. The new statue symbolizes the phenomenon that the right activist represented in his lifetime. The unveiling, which was in commemoration of the 80th posthumous birthday of the late icon, was an affirmation and eulogy of the relevance of personal sacrifices made by him in leading the struggle for attainment of human rights and dignity, especially during the jackpot of the military regimes which oppressed Nigerians.
Today we are gathered to honor the memory of an outstanding Nigerian, a relentless human and civil rights lawyer, tireless social critic, and a touring figure in human rights activism. This event is a celebration of the life and triumphs of Chief Gani Fawehinmi, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, as well as his contribution to the pursuit of the ideals of democracy and human rights. Chief Gani Fawehinmi remained a hero, a role model to many to date. We celebrate the invaluable contribution and personal sacrifices of Chief Gani Fawehinmi in the campaign for human rights, dignity, especially Lagos State, where he spent the greater part of his life. During his lifetime, Chief Gani Fawehinmi loomed large in the minds of the people, especially the underprivileged and vulnerable masses for whom he was ready to lay down his life. The unveiling of the 44-feet statue symbolizes the phenomenon that Chief Gani Fawehinmi represented in his lifetime. The Liberty Park, which serve as a host for the Gani Fawehinmi statue, have also been enhanced with another monument tagged Possibilities. This monument complements the aesthetics appeal of the Gani Fawehinmi status. Ladies and gentlemen, almost 10 years after the transition of this legendary crusader for human rights and values, we have another opportunity to celebrate his ideals and philosophy of life in demanding for social justice and the defense of human rights and dignity. His memory will remain evergreen in our minds, while his lifetime should encourage us to seek the greatest good for the greatest number of people in society at all times.
I must say a very, very big thank you to Lagos State. Another very big, massive thank you to Governor Ambode. In all honesty, he is the man I least expected this to come from. But now seeing this, I now started to think to myself, he has placed the name Gani Fawehinmi on the global map. I now believe that the ideals of a man can be followed by a nation. Lagos State has set the pace. By doing this, he is the first governor in the history of Nigeria since we got independence to do something this gigantic. I thank Lagos State for this, and I pray that we'll be able to do things in collaboration that will improve the lives of people.
In the same regard, Governor Kiyomi Ambode rebuilt and unveiled a 46-feet statue of late Bashorun Moshood Kashimawo Olawale Abiola at Ojota. Chief MKO Abiola was the acclaimed winner of June 12, 1993 presidential elections, generally regarded as the freest and fairest in Nigeria's history, but was annulled by the military junta. Chief Abiola died in prison during the struggle to revalidate the election. The unveiling coincided with the 25th anniversary of the annulment and especially the landmark posthumous recognition of Chief MKO Abiola by the federal government and the declaration of June 12 as Nigeria's Democracy Day. Before the unveiling, Lagos State Government organized the lecture as part of activities to mark the 25th anniversary of June 12 elections. Through the theme, Restructuring, Antidote for Ineffective and Inefficient Politics, the guest lecturer spoke on the current clamor for restructuring in the country. The hosting of the French President Emmanuel Macron by the state government was historic in many respects. Macron is the first foreign president to officially visit the African shrine. The visit is also a huge endorsement for the clubhouse, founded by the late musical icon and Afrobeat exponent Fela Anikulapo Kuti. Much more than that, it was a strong attestation to the administration's drive to boost tourism and the huge economic benefit that the state and the people stand to gain from its development. The visit also turned global attention to the state, reinforcing it as an important business and tourism destination in Africa. By the sheer size of the number of international media and dignitaries who accompanied the French president to the African shrine, Macron's visit has reinforced the place of Lagos and the shrine on the global map. It was also a test of the impressive security architecture funded through the Lagos State Security Trust Fund, LSSTF, to ensure safety and security of residents and visitors to the state. In addition, it has increased the tourism potentials of Lagos State and Nigeria as a whole, as it added substance to the belief that Lagos State has a lot to offer the world in terms of entertainment, culture, music, dance, and art. On the 9th of June, Lagos State joined the rest of the world to mark the year 2018 edition of the International Archives Day, hosted by Lagos State Records and Archives Bureau, LASRAB, with the theme, Records and Archives Management in the Public Service, a key to good governance and quality service delivery. The day was launched by the International Council on Archives as a platform for activists and records managers to make known the role of archives, share their experiences, and the importance of their work. At this year's event, the theme was the focal point of discussion by the guest speaker, while the plenary session, moderated by Mrs. Kuforola Omotayo Awobamishi, the Permanent Secretary in the Ministry of Information and Strategy, saw other distinguished speakers talked on different subtopics. Within the quarter, the inaugural Safety Summit was hosted by the state government. The event, which was attended by various stakeholders in the state safety sector, brought attention to the issues of safety at homes, offices, and other places. It also provided the avenue to appraise the current level of safety awareness in the state while planning for the future. Again, Lagos State on 23rd June joined the rest of Africa to commemorate year 2018 African Day of Administration and Civil Service. The theme for this year was Transforming Governance to Realize the Sustainable Development Goals. As it is the practice, the day was celebrated with a week-long event that featured Walk for Fitness, public lecture, games, and talent hunt, parade by ministries, departments, and agencies, MDAs, as well as award to best staff in senior and junior categories. The ceremony was capped with a special dinner for the winners hosted by Governor Ambode. At the event, which was the first of its kind by the state government, Public servants were commended for their roles at ensuring that the administration fulfills its vision of a better Lagos.
The life of a public servant is a life of selfless service. It's a life of self-sacrifice, a life of diligence, and a life of hard, thankless work. But however thankless our job is, it must be done and done very well. We have gathered here this evening to, in a small way, thank and recognize our public servants, the unsung heroes in our state's growth and development. I am privileged to have been on both sides of this divide, and so I understand the life of a public servant. When we say Lagos is working, it is because of the dedicated and diligent public servants we have in this state. It is because of that medical doctor in that general hospital in Agege. It is because of that last mile official on the road in Igondo. And it is because of the admin officer in any of our ministries in Alausa here. Our state is working because the police force, the army, the navy, and the air force are working together to ensure our security and give investors confidence to do business in our state. All these public servants do not get any accolades when they do their jobs. But whenever they fail in a small task, the whole society jumps on them with criticisms. That is why we are here to celebrate, to reward and recognize our public servants and single out outstanding individuals. My message to you, my fellow public servants, is that we must keep Lagos working. The Lagos State Public Service has set a standard which others are attempting, not even trying to emulate. We have put in place a reward system that will encourage healthy competition, rivalry among public servants. We believe strongly that this is one of the ways employees can be motivated to put in the best at all times.
On Tuesday 22nd, Wednesday 23rd, and Thursday 24th May, Lagos State University, LASU, held the 22nd convocation ceremony at its Ojo campus. At the ceremony, 26,637 students graduated, comprising 201 diploma, 21,581 degree, and 4,955 higher degree recipients.
Graduation ceremony is one of the most memorable events in anybody's life. This comes at the end of a long journey of academic and social preparations. This ceremony tells you that you are now prepared to prepare your life to achieve your purpose. My dear graduates, as Chancellor, I would like to share the following words with you. As you proceed to the next chapter of your lives, I offer the following ingredients for success. Things I've observed in people I've known and worked with over the years. First is integrity. If you carry out your responsibilities consistently to the best of your ability, people will trust you as a colleague and turn to you for leadership. Next is courage. In the face of adversity and even tragedy, try to remember the reasons for optimism and never be afraid to ask for help. Look after yourself, especially your health. Presently, our world has many problems: unemployment, poverty, unnecessary deaths, communal clashes, etc. You can change it all. That is what this graduation ceremony is all about. It tells you that you are ready to get into action. Go ahead and be part of the solution to creating a world that is different.
The important role of traditional rulers came under searchlight within the period as Governor Ambode inaugurated the new Council of Obas and Chiefs, while tasking them to ensure peace and goodwill in their communities. The new council, which has a 5-year term, is made up of one permanent chairman in person of Oba of Lagos, His Royal Majesty Obarilwan Akiolu, 3 vice chairmen, 1 acting vice chairman, and 77 members totaling 82 in all.
Our government has immense regard for all our royal fathers and traditional rulers, and we will always welcome advice from our royal fathers in order to maintain social harmony and ensure peaceful coexistence in our state. I therefore use this opportunity to call on our royal fathers and chiefs and the new leadership of the Council of Obas and Chiefs to continue to address antisocial behavior in all our communities. The most important ingredient for development in this state is peace and security, and you all have an important role to play in this regard. As custodians of the culture and tradition of our people, our royal fathers should also be at the forefront of the state's tourism campaign. A significant aspect of tourism is our culture and historical sites which fall under your jurisdiction. This must be showcased to the world, and our government is channeling a lot of resources to environmental regeneration and creation of tourist hubs across the state. This project requires your support and cooperation.
Governor Akiyomi Ambode at various times in the quarter also embarked on inspection of ongoing projects in different parts of the state. With the doggedness and focus of the present administration, Lagos has remained steadfast on the trajectory of development, while opportunities are being expanded through the various policies, programs, and projects being executed for people to realize their potential.